Welcome back. We're going into map number 2 between NightWolf and HoT. This time HoT spawning in blue in the bottom left spawn position. Ultra first, Moonwell second, and let's see if he's going to go for a quick Agent of War this time or if it's some instant scouting again. It looks like it's going to be a scout wisp. And NightWolf in the top left corner is starting with an Agent of War again. So thus far, both of the players with the same build that they used on map number 1. Of course, the rush distance here between the bases is way shorter. So let's see if NightWolf is... Well, at first, let's see if HoT is going to go for the same strat again. I mean, it could just be a Priestess with double Agent of War hunts or something like that. You know, large variety of options on Twisted Meadows. But if it's the same strategy again, then let's see if NightWolf is gonna get aggressive this time to try and punish it. Then again, I don't think that... Okay, there's a Demon Hunter again, at least at first. I don't think that that HoT can really afford being as greedy as he was on Norwood. Right here on Twisted Meadows. But as I said, we'll find out eventually. No scout though by NightWolf, so he's not aware of what HoT is doing thus far. I mean, the Demon Hunter marching right into the back of his base is going to be quite the sign. Let's see if he's even going to creep it, as it's going to be very easily creep checked, and I don't think that NightWolf is going to be able to finish the creep camp in time. Then again, he doesn't... he probably knows about... does he know about it? By the timing of the scout, it could have just been a later scout. Now he's scouting towards the right hand side, so it looks like he doesn't know about the spawn position, so he, because otherwise he would scout towards the bottom, and he's actually beginning to creep. So yeah, let's see if he's going to be able to finish that one safely. Demon Hunter's out on both sides. The Overseer is going to be contested right away, so not even one creep will be finished on the side of NightWolf before the Demon Hunter of HoT arrives, and this is going to be, yeah, somewhat annoying. And we'll see how much damage it's going to end up dealing. Demon Hunter's exchanging mana burns. So far, NightWolf has done a good job. He's gotten the last hit here. The Archer is taking quite a bit of damage, but now the damage of these creeps has been reduced by a lot as the Overseer has fallen. So this Archer is no longer required here. She can leave. The Demon Hunter shouldn't continue creeping though. Should stay close to his Agent of War, but it looks like with the Agent of War and the Wisp, damage output of the Demon Hunter is not even enough, and the creeps actually... Yeah, maybe it was a good decision, because the creeps switched focus fire away from the Agent of War, because otherwise it might have actually fallen. So I guess I called that incorrectly, and there was a very, you know, reasonable purpose behind NightWolf abandoning the Agent of War there for a moment and attacking the creeps. So well done by him, saving the Agent of War. But still, I guess tech-wise he should be behind by not as much as I expected, as there was a Hunter's Hall and an Agent of War built before the tech this time by HoT, so it's switching it up a little bit. Demon Hunter retreating this time, the Archer trying to get a block in, but that's not going to happen as it appears. Demon Hunter is going to be able to retreat safely, both at 50 mana right now, and HoT was the first one to react.
I stand ready.
Looks like NightWolf is going to get the boots here. 19 o'clock is already reached, and there is the gold available. So yeah, he's getting that. Third Moonwell coming. 3 archers out. 1 hunt against 3 archers isn't gonna do all too much, and okay, he realizes what's happening before getting surrounded here. But I guess with the Demon Hunter at the 1 hunt, he could have probably even... No, he doesn't have reveal, so low HP archers could have just used Shadow Melt. So yeah, some little back and forth here between the Demon Hunters and their armies. Looks like HoT is just going for the archers here. But as there are no boots, it's not as easy for him to chase stuff down. And in the meantime, his Demon Hunter has taken a pretty big load of damage, as usual when a player decides to focus, you know, anything else but the other Demon Hunter early on. And there actually are boots. Okay, there is reveal from the lab, so... 1 archer has fallen, but is he gonna lose the Demon Hunter in return? 1 more hit. There is no mana for mana burn on the Demon Hunter of NightWolf, so HoT is not getting away here. Level 2 for NightWolf reached, so once again he's getting an XP advantage early on. And these archers could actually just hide again. and force, or well, if HoT was willing to spend the gold, which I don't think he would, because there's Moonshoes here and there's no way that he could kill these archers. So I guess he wouldn't be forced into using another reveal. So the hunt has to be careful here, and it isn't HoT losing another hunt here. Quite sloppily played by him. Demon Hunter is back. Tier 3 is coming quickly again, as expected. And double Ancient of Lore. On the other hand, one Ancient of Lore only thus far by NightWolf, who does have the resources, but I guess he's gonna go tier 3 first. At least it looks like that's the plan for him. And he's still staying safe against the hunts of his opponent. Then again, not getting anything done as well. But I guess killing the Demon Hunter and killing a hunt is already getting quite a bit done. Ancient of War falling in return though. Yeah. Keeper as well. And second Ancient of Lore this time for him as well. After starting his tier 3 tech. So once again, HoT's entire tech is a little bit more quick. But his Demon Hunter is inferiorly leveled. And if it wasn't for this one low HP hunt, it would be pretty much a mirror image of game number 1. Up to this point. Except for the second hero choice of NightWolf. Demon Hunter of HoT is retreating. The Ancient of War is ready to creep the Goblin Laboratory. First Dryad is about to spawn and the Adept upgrade is coming. And he's going straight for the Keeper. There is no Staff of Preservation yet on the Demon Hunter of HoT. So the Keeper is going to have to be very careful here, but he is retreating quite quickly. Demon Hunter of HoT, who still doesn't have the boots, isn't going to be able to chase down this Keeper. So HoT just decides to go for the kills on these archers. In the meantime, the one hunt is going to fall as well. Looks like the Demon Hunter tried to go for a deny there for a second, but didn't get it. Ancient of War also tries to participate, but I guess he's not going to contribute all too much. Once again, Demon Hunter decides to go for the Keeper here. But now with the Dryad coming in, actually where is... Okay, there's the Dryad. I was just wondering where the Dryad of HoT went. But yeah, there it is. Demon Hunter is trying to outrun the opponent's army. He's going to be able to do so. Some skirmishes happening. There's still a bit of Moonshoes though, so I guess this Keeper, is he actually going to run into trouble? There is no shop still. He's realizing that now. But it looks like it's still enough to chase away the opposing 2 heroes and 1 archer.
Research finished.
Ancient of Wonders trying to save the Wisp here, and he's successful in doing so. And now the Keeper could actually fall, but he did get the staff in the meantime. Did he have that staff all along? I think I checked the heroes and didn't see a staff. Not so sure. Alright, but he had a staff, so was able to save the Keeper there, so made a lot more sense that he tanked so aggressively with him there in the end. Master is coming. First bear is about to spawn for NightWolf. On the side of HoT, 2 bears in production, 1 master bear already out. So as I said, kind of a mirror image of the first game. HoT slightly ahead tech-wise. NightWolf slightly ahead XP wise, and it looks like he wants to build on that advantage, creeping the Rock Golem right now at the Merc Camp, finding the big Invul potion, so that's definitely going to please him. And the Cloak of Shadows, well, not so much. And HoT again is trying to apply some more pressure. Master finished in the meantime, second bear has just spawned, and once again some entangles thrown here. Still no, or okay, no, the orb is on the Keeper for NightWolf. So he's got that one. So yeah, Dryad is taking some damage. The Demon Hunter is attacking quite fiercely, but it looks like he doesn't fear the damage up all too much currently. Another bear coming in, more rejuvenation. And yeah, we're gonna go into a bear against bear late game again, which is, you know, the most exciting of all late games, of course. But yeah, let's see what the players are gonna end up showing us. So far no upgrades on either side, and if the game continues going kinda like it went on Norwood, then now we're gonna see a lot of creeping by both of them. Looks like HoT might be a little bit hesitant, but he decides to go for some creeping nevertheless. And having both of his heroes on level 1 after 10 minutes of played game time is not really what you're aiming for. So yeah, Scout coming in, sees that it's gonna be more passive from now on. And Fluid of Accuracy isn't gonna do all too much. Yeah, he's got like, what, 1 Dryad and a Keeper, so... Yeah, as I said, that's not gonna do all too much. In the meantime, whatever HoT found here, he ended up selling, so couldn't have been all too great as well. And NightWolf just continues creeping as well. 1-0 finished in the meantime for him. Or passed on to the Demon Hunter right now. Boots of Speed found again, so he's gonna have to on both of his heroes right now. Let's see what HoT ends up finding here. Rune Bracers, that's another terrible item for him. So yeah, HoT at 49 supply. Yeah, getting the 60 supply Moonware right now. And do we actually see a fight already? I guess we're just... I was about to say we're just gonna see a TP, but the surround actually isn't closing as the Dryad comes in to dispel the entangle in time. And both of the players are retreating again, so... Yeah, both of them banking at 50 currently, so neither of them really feels like fighting with all that money in their bank. And NightWolf is actually breaking, so it looks like NightWolf is feeling like fighting here. HoT still not. His 60 supply Moonwell, I was about to say, is in production, but it just finished. NightWolf in a very awkward position here. Go back in a pretty much straight line here, exposing a bit of his stuff. But HoT's Demon Hunter is also getting quite aggressive here right at the beginning of the fight, and therefore he has to TP out. Staff used in time by NightWolf to save one of his bears. So at the end of the day, nothing has fallen here. Only the Demon Hunter was forced to use his town portal, which is going to give some more space to NightWolf to creep the red camp here. And just quickly check, yeah, and build on his XP advantage. Once again, his second hero is superiorly leveled compared to the second hero of HoT. 1-0 on NightWolf's bears. Still 1-0 on HoT's bears, but this time HoT actually did get away with pushing his opponent into upkeep while still staying at 50, and now he's going to mine some more gold. Let's see if he's really gonna get a big advantage out of that though. I mean, it cost him 350 gold for the TP, so that's already, you know, quite a price he's paying. And NightWolf was right next to the red camp, which he was able to creep immediately. Then again, now he's falling back and kind of not continuing to creep immediately. Pennant of Mana. Alright, so yeah, HoT is getting decent number of mana items thus far in this best of 5. So yeah, the yellow army falling back to the main base, as I said previously, a little bit surprising, as I would have expected him to just continue creeping, as these camps here on the right hand side and on the bottom are the last really big ones on the map. Well, I guess there are these two as well, but why would you go there if you're here already? So giving HoT a bit of time to even catch up in XP. But yeah, it looks like as he is in low upkeep already, he doesn't feel like continuing to creep. He wants to push right now immediately. He's got 69 supply against 57, and those last 8 supply just got, you know, started into production right now. It's gonna be a while until HoT's gonna be able to use those. So at the moment, with the next 2 Dryads coming in, this is a very scary army at the front porch of the Ukrainian. The rest of his army is coming in from the back, so he's gonna have to fight on 2 fronts here. But this lone Demon Hunter against a large number of bears and the 2 heroes isn't really gonna stand all too much of a chance. But at the same time, 1 Dryad has already been killed, and the second one is gonna fall as well, as NightWolf is positioning himself quite awkwardly, staffing the Keeper immediately, and he's TPing out, not able to take a fight in a good position here, despite having still a decent a decent supply advantage even after losing those 2 Dryads. A bit of a strange, you know, attempt of taking this engagement. Also didn't really kill any buildings though, if I saw it correctly. Well, he killed the shop, but I mean, that's not all too expensive. And it looks like now NightWolf is in a better position, ready to fight. Not really with a superior army anymore though. So let's see, the first bear of HoT is going to be staffed. HoT with 1 staff of teleportation, and it's HoT who decides to town portal out, is going to let this Ancient of War go down. The Demon Hunter here has taken quite a lot of damage. But, you know, so has HoT's Demon Hunter. Well, actually, yeah, one of the Ancients of Lore has fallen as well, so I guess he did some alright damage here at least. Yeah, NightWolf continuing to creep 2 heal scrolls, a protection scroll in the meantime. Whereas on the side of HoT, 2 heal scrolls, no protection scroll. Neither of the players carrying a TP at the moment. 2-1 upgrades for HoT, 2-2 in production. 1-1 upgrades for NightWolf, nothing in production.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
And yeah, more creeping on both sides. I mean, not really all too much to talk about. Straightforward bear mirror. All we can do is compare the armies, compare the heroes, compare the items, compare the upgrades, and see who ends up taking a better fight. At this time, both are in upkeep. Neither one can really play any great mind games. Very straightforward. Taking fights in good positions, microing well, using items well, etc, etc. And it looks like we're gonna see that fight, well, perhaps taking place in HoT space. Yeah, NightWolf is kind of going all in. He doesn't have a TP. He's got the protection scroll, which he just used, and 4 heal scrolls. So yeah, this is it. He wants to make it happen. 73 supply against 67. The Dryades are a little bit awkwardly positioned. The Bears also, though, don't have enough attack surface here for NightWolf, so this tiny bit of supply advantage isn't really coming into play here, as the Bears microing a little bit awkwardly. Heal scrolls number 1 and 2 already used on the side of NightWolf. HoT still has 1 remaining level 4 on his keeper, and it looks like the front of NightWolf is just not big enough. And yeah, the concave here, as you can see, is really collapsing. 1, 2, 3 bears in a lot of trouble. HoT is able to pull back at least some of his low HP stuff, but he's losing a little bit of units as well. But not nearly as much as NightWolf. As you can see, 2 bears are only left standing for him. And as I said previously, he doesn't have a TP. He has to make this work, and he clearly doesn't. Next bear casting rejuvenation here, but dispelled immediately. But all of the bears of NightWolf have fallen. And there are only 2 Dryads left standing in the fight, as well as the 2 heroes. The Keeper is gonna get it here. No way in hell that one is gonna survive. The Keeper is falling, and the Demon Hunter is gonna fall next here. Very, very surprising decision by NightWolf to go for the big all-in there. I mean, yeah, he had a tiny bit of a supply advantage still left over. He had, you know, the 4 heal scrolls, of course, but, you know, why force a fight against the movers, against, you know, just the entire defender's advantage, and on top of things at this somewhat narrow position, which not even all the bears were able to attack, you know, at least at the beginning of the fight when there was still everything alive. So somewhat awkward decision making there by NightWolf. I think he had 1-1 upgrades against 2-2 as well, so I don't really agree with his decision to force the fight there. Up until that point, once again, the game pretty much even, and in the deciding fight for the second time in a row right now, HoT ends up yeah, showing his superiority. So it's 2-0, and if HoT wins the next map, we're actually gonna have the 4th 3-0 in a row here in these playoff games. But, you know, could also be 3 more maps to go. Who knows? NightWolf is definitely going to have to improve his final fights against HoT if he wants to win the next map. And that next map is going to be Tarina's stand.